Congratulations, you finally made it to 4 p.m. You know what that means. Happy hour. It's time to kick back, relax, and dive into the world of sports with the Young Norvelle Show. Whether you're catching up on the latest scores, analyzing the big plays, or gearing up for tonight's games, we've got you covered. So grab a cold one, settle in, and let's talk sports. Here they are, Patrick Young and Terry Norvelle.
All right, you want some good news right out of the gate here on a Monday? I think I've got this correct. Starting this past weekend, I think it is a correct statement to say that the next time you watch or attend football through the Super Bowl in early February, the games count. I think it's time to start counting them on the old standings, the old scoreboard. They all count. Welcome to a Monday edition of the Young Norvelle Show here on Action Sports Jax. Hope to hear from Patrick. I know he was traveling early this morning. We were texting back and forth, not sure where he was going, but he said, hey, man, I'm traveling. And we were chopped up a little bit in our communication. We may hear from Patrick Young today. Hope we do, to get his thoughts on the past weekend, the upcoming week, especially Thursday, Friday, then college football, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. It is here. They count now, my boys. They count. Jaguars are one of 31 other teams that have to start trimming their roster down. The deadline is tomorrow, Tuesday at 4 o'clock. So what that means, and I want to do this little PSA for you folks. If you might be looking to step out from your job or looking for a job, you might want to go ahead and today, this afternoon, this evening, tonight, early tomorrow, you might want to go ahead and polish up the resume. You might want to go ahead and, I don't know if it costs anything. Casey, does it cost anything for Indeed, or is that free? Can you just throw your stuff out there? Yeah, free. You might want to go ahead and polish it up if you're thinking about moving and or looking for a job, or maybe changing a job. You might want to get it out there before about 4 o'clock tomorrow, because by 4 o'clock tomorrow, Casey Kurtz, 1,184 other individuals will be out of work. The NFL will cut down 1,184 players from 90 to 53. So you've got about 37. Each roster has to get trimmed, all 32. Ouch, Casey, 1,184 competitors out there looking for work as well at 4 o'clock.
That's a lot of humans. How'd you do that math?
Yeah, how about that? How about that? I read it right here.
Oh, okay, that works too.
I read it right here. But, yeah, it is serious business. You hate for people to lose work, lose their job. But, yeah, it's cut down day. It's already started. You don't have to wait until 4 o'clock. It's not going to be one big rush to send in, but you can do it anytime. You can do it anytime now. If you're a franchise, you know who you're going to cut. Some have been cut. Some have been told to, well, as the Beatles said, I think at one point, get back. Fred Johnson, get back. Get back to Philadelphia. How about that strange situation? Fred Johnson, former Gator offensive lineman, bumped around the league, was a free agent in March. The Jaguars signed him to what? $1 million deal. He's been here in Jacksonville from March till yesterday. The Jaguars work a trade, actually, and it was weird. Casey, I don't know if you dug into that. It appears he's going back to the Eagles. That's where he came from, where he was released from. Jaguars signed him as a free agent. Now they've worked a trade with the Eagles, and the word is the Eagles had 2 other kind of journeyman offensive linemen that they liked. But, man, the word is once they made it to camp, those guys were terrible.
How about that?
And so the Eagles, I guess, covering their you-know-what a little bit. And Fred Johnson knows the system. There's not a new coach kind of thing. There's not a new offense. So at least this guy, a couple things, though. That tells me that Fred Johnson wasn't very good, right? I mean, the Jaguars don't exactly have the 78 Steelers offensive line.
That, well, they don't. But either that or the Jags are wrong.
Yeah.
Because if he ends up playing for Philadelphia, then the Jags were wrong.
I know.
You know what I mean?
That's a good point. So I don't think the Jaguars liked what they saw,
Fair enough.
or they wouldn't have done this. But you're
Definitely.
right. Fred Johnson, he's played some. You know, I mean, he hasn't been an every down starter. He's been an injury throw-in kind of thing during the seasons. But, yeah, that's one you got to – it's not as much as who was it, Hutchinson and Trayvon Walker. We're always going to talk. So
Sure.
we're not going to every year go, hey, did you see what Fred Johnson did?
Sure.
But you're right. If he turns out to be a serviceable offensive lineman, you better hope the Jaguars – aren't terrible. But, yeah, it's weird the way that went. The Jaguars actually picked up a draft choice. Now, it was, a 6th or 7th round, which
Woohoo.
I don't know what that means. I think this was more the Eagles getting really spooked. I mean, really spooked with the season 10 days away.
Right.
The same kind of thing happened with Kansas City. They went and got Derek Nottie, who was one of their pretty good – now he's 29 now, and most people say his best football's behind him. But he was a pretty good rotational piece on that Kansas City line. Obviously, everybody's behind Jones, but, I mean, he's a good player. The word is has really seen it. You know how these guys – athletes are funny, man. They can age quick in 3 months.
Sure.
6 months. But the Jets – they work a deal. Kansas City goes and gets him because they're very thin on their defensive line.
They're familiar with him.
So he's made a move and never got to play a regular season game with the Jets, kind of like Fred Johnson with the Jaguars. So a lot of movement going on. We'll keep our ears to the ground today through 6 o'clock. Really the biggest news today in the NFL. How about your boy Terry McLaurin, the receiver for the Commanders? He held out. Sat out, whatever you want to call it, basically didn't break a sweat this summer.
Good for him.
And got a $96 million extension.
You like it. Yes. I mean, it's not the way everybody can do it, but shout out to the homie for not practicing and then getting 96
No doubt. Man,
I'm not mad at it. If I could do it, I would.
No doubt. Hey, Terry, give us the Cliff Notes version. How we do that? $96 million extension.
It's good money.
Oh, boy. So
money.
anyway, let me catch people up, and I want to thank CBS Sports. They did a really, what I think, with this article about free agency, where we're at right now. And a lot of this is basic stuff, but I learned some here. Let me read some of this stuff here so you'll know where we're at 10 days out. Okay, the start of the 2025 NFL season is just 10 days away, but before any team can turn their attention to Week 1, they've got to get through Cut Day, which is coming 4 o'clock tomorrow. You have to be down.
Sure.
You have to be down. During the preseason, NFL teams are allowed to carry 90 players on their roster, but every team has to trim that down to 53 by the cut deadline, which, as we said, is tomorrow at 4 o'clock Eastern, Tuesday at 4 Eastern. Before now and then, a total of 1,184 players are going to lose their job. Okay, and then it gets a little more complicated. It's just not a total free-for-all with these players. And, Casey, stranger things have happened. You can find a diamond in the rough, and people will be looking. Teams will be thin. They've got to take a flyer here and there. Just need bodies. So, after getting released, a player will hit waivers if they have fewer than 4 years of service in the league. The waiver order is the same as the 2025 NFL draft order. So, the Tennessee Titans will have first dibs on claiming any player who goes on waivers.
That's right.
So basically, Tennessee gets to look first at any and all players that get cut between now and 4 o'clock with under 4 years of service.
They can have the best to the worst.
Yes. And they first go around. First go around. So again, 4 years service and less. You are, I don't know if you're rewarded, but if you're more than 4 years, it's just not a claim. So you're a free agent.
Yeah, I think that's a reward.
You're an open. So
you don't have to go to Tennessee.
Yes. On the other hand, any player with more, as we said, any player with more than 4 years of experience will officially become a free agent after getting cut, so they won't be eligible to be claimed. So they can kind of have their agent get on the phone.
Yeah.
Right? And start calling.
Correct.
Say, hey, man, it looks like you're a little thin here, thin there. So there is a benefit. The league gives you a bit of a benefit if you have bumped around the league for a while. Cuts won't be the only thing happening in the NFL over the next 24 hours. There are usually quite a few trades that go down, and we just talked about one with the Jaguars a moment ago, in the hours ahead of cut day deadline. And if you need proof, just look at the Eagles, who we just talked about, who made the Eagles made 3 trades over the weekend, and they're the Super Bowl champions.
I'm telling you, it tells you something about how good teams do it.
Yeah. And if we get a second, I want to go back to the old 49ers and how they used to do it. It was just amazing. The reason we see so many trades just before the cut deadline is pretty simple. If a talented player is on the verge of being released, a team will usually call around to see if anybody wants to make a trade before cutting him. Get something.
Yeah, why not?
By making a deal, they get something in return for a player that they were going to cut anyway to keep you up to date, blah, 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 blah. Eagles, as you said, defending champions. Gosh, they've been more active than anybody so far, right?
It makes
Who used to be really, really, really good at this, and they were good at one-and-done guys? The 49ers, when they were winning all those Super Bowls. And this is even this is the same period when they clashed with the Cowboys a lot for NFC dominance, and then even before in the 80s, because, they won a couple in the 80s. The 49ers used to be really good. And what's Walsh's first name? Coach, Hall of Fame coach, Bill Walsh.
There you go.
Bill Walsh, obviously head coach, ran the team. George Seifert, these guys, they were really good. They would go out on a good team, and they would find some badass 9-year veteran middle linebacker that didn't have a lot of gas in the tank, but one more year, they'd squeeze out one, and then, dude, a week after their Super Bowl win, they're whacking these guys left and right.
I mean, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And also, like, if you're a team like that, or if you're a team like the Eagles now, right? I mean, you go, we know what we have at all of these positions starting-wise. Yeah. We don't need to try to get better any possible place.
Yeah.
We only need to get better here, here, and here.
Yeah.
And let's just go take care of that, because what are the odds we draft a Hall of Famer with our 6th and 7th round pick?
Exactly. 6th and 7th round pick. And I think that's why you get some trades right now, even giving up 6th or 7th round pick. I mean, you know what? That's found money in your pants pocket, right? If you really hit.
Yeah, I mean, if what's his name they got from the Jags gives them 36 meaningful snaps, it's worth a 6th round pick.
Yeah, you would think.
If you go to the playoffs and do well.
Yeah, you would definitely think. So it's fun. Obviously, if you're a player on the chopping block, it's not so much fun. But there'll be a few names, and I think, did this go on and say, some names that have already kind of been released. Lyle Collins, big offensive lineman for the Cowboys. He's seen his better days, but he was a nice player. I don't really think that Shiloh Sanders deserves much talk, but his name's been in the news. Casey, am I correct? Regardless of the little punch, no punch, whatever that was, Shiloh Sanders wasn't making that team if that situation never even happened, right?
That is the interpretation I have of the situation.
I think that was made bigger than it was. Dorian Thompson Robinson, quarterback, Eagles, he's been given a couple chances to shine.
Hasn't worked.
And it just hasn't, but you know the name. How about this? Speaking of the Eagles, quarterback Kyle McCord, he led Division I football in passing yards.
He was really good last year.
Yeah, at Syracuse.
They cut him, huh?
Yeah, Eagles, it looks like they've parted ways. Speaking of quarterbacks, Browns, Tyler Huntley. What does that tell us about the other guys, right? So
sounds like they make it.
Shador's going to make it, probably.
They might cut one more because they have 4, but
Pickett. Who's the other? Gabriel Pickett,
Shador, and their starter, Joe Flacco.
And
then, of course, Deshaun Watson's going to be on IR.
God almighty.
It's kind of a disaster.
And they finally whacked Tyler Huntley, who I don't think can play. Saints Donovan Peoples-Jones, he never lived up to what I thought he was going to be coming out of college.
Nope.
High recruit. Was
Michigan.
he the guy that went to Missouri?
Michigan.
Michigan, yeah. Huge 5-star. Former Florida State running back Cam Akers.
Yep.
The Saints say goodbye to Cam Akers. He might have a year or two left in him. Right situation?
Possibly. Not as a lead back.
Yeah, not as a bell cow, right?
There's another FSU former back that got cut I just saw.
Just came through?
Yeah, it's not important, but I know the name. Lawrence Tolafili.
I did see that this morning. It's so not important. I don't even remember the team.
I don't either, but I just remember seeing the name. I was like, oh, FSU.
Yeah, FSU. That kind of funny spelling name.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a couple Seminoles.
One for the Jags fans, by the way. Former first-round pick Taven Bryan cut by the Bengals about 5 minutes ago.
Oh, my. Oh, what was he, the Wyoming Wild Man? That's what they called him. He came to Florida for Wyoming.
Yeah, it was something like that.
He was the Wyoming Wild Man, I think he was. And he got paid 4 or 5 years in the league, right?
His first-round pick.
Yeah, how about that?
Yep.
How about that? So you don't have to go, but you got to get out of here.
If you don't make the team on the Bengals and you play defense, you are not good. There's no other way to put it. You're not very good. Also, in news, the Texans are not activating Joe Mixon from the PUP, so he'll miss the first 4 games.
Oh my!
Which includes Week 3 against the Jaguars.
Okay, so that has to be done before.
It has to be tomorrow at 4, but they've announced they're not going to.
Yeah. So and that's how that works.
So he'll start on the PUP and miss the first one with the Jags.
And I remember when the Jaguars first landed here in Jacksonville, and '93 they get awarded in November. You get about a year and a half. They start playing in '95. So obviously, I'm just busting into in sports media and into sports broadcasting, and up until the Jaguars came here, I mean, like everybody else, I mean, I was a NFL fan and watched it, and NFL was the NFL. Casey had no idea how many rules and regulations the NFL has. I mean, from pup lists to to that, and
a lot going on.
Oh, there's a lot going on in that little league called the National Football League. So we'll keep Jaguar talk today, at least through 6 o'clock while we're here. No telling what pops. We'll try and keep an eye out also on some other movement in and around the NFL as we are closing in under 24 hours now. Teams have to be down to 53. So again, every team out there has to get rid of 37 players. It'll be a total, if they haven't already, 1,184. So get your resume on Indeed right now, because there's going to be a flood of them, a flood of those guys looking for work. We'll get into some college football. We hope to have Brent Beard around 5 o'clock. College football started. Kind of a mixed bag. I was really disappointed in college football as a whole. The opportunity, and Brent and I got in this deep on Friday, the unopposed opportunity that college football is just, pissing away. This past Saturday, even Sunday if you wanted it, this Thursday, this Friday, Saturday's a great day, Labor Day weekend, but God, why would college football, first and foremost, last weekend, if you had such a hard-on, you wanted last weekend to really start college football, why would you not just make that a celebration weekend? College football's back. And let me tell you what I would have done.
Please.
I would have gone, you got 4 power conferences in college football. I would get each power conference, give me 1 game. I want 2 on Saturday and 2 on Sunday. Good games. Maybe not LSU, Alabama good, but good, solid kickoff college football.
Playing each other or different conferences?
Probably their internal games.
So Kentucky, Florida would work.
Yeah, something like that would work.
Okay.
Yeah, Vanderbilt, Mississippi State. We're going to watch those 4.
Yeah.
Right? Give me 2 on Saturday. Give me 2 on this past Sunday. It's a coronation of college football's back. I want maybe not the biggest stars, but I want big concerts outside each stadium. Kind of like the NFL does it, make it a big thing. That might be a great weekend to introduce your newest Hall of Fame class. And, college football screwed the pooch. And I think they always do. And, Brent made a really good point, Casey. And I agree with him here. College football shakes in a corner and runs and hides from the NFL too much. They acquiesce to the NFL. You know what? The NFL is the monster. It's going nowhere. It's the 800-pound gorilla. College football is never going to unseat it. The NFL's never going to really give a damn about college football. Why bend over backwards? It's the NFL.
Yeah.
You're never going to chip away at their armor.
True.
Do your thing. Make your decisions based on what you think's best for your product. That game, obviously, there was only one. I know the Hawaii game ended up good.
It did, believe it or not.
Yeah, I didn't. I'd already watched the what was that? By the way, Sunday I was all mixed up. I literally woke up Sunday and for about 5 minutes and I woke up, it's still dark out. I get up early.
Jeez.
I know, crazy. It was
Sleep in on
5:45, 6 o'clock. Sunday, I wake up.
Go back to sleep.
I start messing around thinking it was Monday.
Yeah.
I spent 5 minutes, went down, let the dog out, fed the dog, come back up, da-da-da-da, and I'm like, what's going on? I thought I was kind of running late a little bit because when do you have college football on Saturday? And the Jaguar game was at Saturday night.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, so I was all screwed
That's funny.
for about 5 minutes.
Did you go back to bed?
Yes,
Good for you.
I actually did, and I'm not that guy. I'm not good about when you get out of bed, and I've never been a real good napper.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, I'm one of those guys. Boom, I get up. Oh my, the clock's ticking.
Not me.
I'm late. So one game was watchable. We had a top 25 matchup: Iowa State, Kansas State. That
Not good for you?
it got good. It wasn't very quality.
I watched it front to back.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing.
But
it got good.
it was sloppy.
Yeah, it got good. But that whole concept, and I get it. The airline starts with A. The airline and then the Visit Ireland obviously pay for this game.
Okay.
Air or something is the big international airline. It was all over. Every commercial was one of theirs. Every other commercial.
Talking about Emirates? Was that who it was?
No, Aer Lingus, I think it's an
see.
international airline.
Airlink?
It's a huge international airline. Obviously, that airline. Let me see if I can find it. It's a funny spelling to us anyway because it's an air.
What's funny is I don't even remember seeing the spot.
Aer Lingus, AerLingus, 2 words. Massive airline, and every other commercial, and they've done it for a couple of years. So
That's wild. I don't even remember seeing their commercial.
Yeah,
I watched the whole game.
That company, international airline, and I'm messing up the title, but it's basically the Travel Ireland spot. One of those websites, huge.
I remember that. Yeah.
Their goal in life is to have tourists go to Ireland.
Yep.
Obviously, those are your 2 big sponsors. They pay for everything. I would imagine the 2 teams were flown free, and I would imagine their hotels were comped. So these 2 international entities are trying to get American travel. And it's probably a smart way. They probably spend $5 million,
Yeah.
But, and I get it. I'm not faulting those 2 companies. They're trying to help their bottom line. American air travel and travel abroad is huge, I'm sure, around the world.
Definitely.
I'm fine with them. There's no reason that game should be played in Ireland. There's absolutely no reason. And you say, well, Terry, I think you just said $5 million. I'm guessing those entities probably spent on all the advertising.
It is kind of random.
But well, Terry, you just said $5 million. There's the well, I could give me that contract. I could go find $5 million domestic dollars.
You'd think for like a kickoff club.
Right? And I know it's easier said than done, but
I mean, you think.
I think if you said I could have a travel budget, I go knocking on doors. Don't you find? And I'm just throwing names. Doesn't Home Depot want to sponsor that?
Oh yeah.
Doesn't Chevrolet want to sponsor that?
Mm-hmm.
Or Ford?
Yeah, especially depends on who's in it, right? There's got to be some Iowa State business-ish thing.
And it's your kickoff.
Yeah.
It's think about FSU and Georgia Tech last year. It's asinine that they go over there to play that.
It is goofy for no reason.
It really is. It really is. I don't know. I don't know. What about, and Mike Freed is out today. He's got some family stuff. A lot of times we do Out of Bounds, the lighter side of sports, and I'm sure this would have been one of them. And we may hit Out of Bounds here in a little bit.
The fight.
How sad.
Yeah, it's rough.
How sad. Let me catch people up that don't know. Kansas State loses the game. Pretty good football game. Iowa State
Not bad.
Pulled it out at the end. The second half was pretty good. Two decent teams playing a very early game. Well, Kansas State, Avery Johnson's their quarterback. And he's been there a while.
Yep.
Decent.
Been there the whole time.
Yeah, decent quarterback. So he's quarterbacking the losing team. He didn't play great. He didn't play terrible.
Neither quarterback played great.
Yeah. Beck either.
Yeah.
So this is viral, and I really didn't want to play it just because it gives me the creeps.
Yeah, it's not a great video.
The father of Avery Johnson, the starting quarterback for Kansas State, he's over there in Ireland at the stadium. Now, this is outside, I guess, after the game.
Correct.
He gets in a full fist fight, rolling on the ground, wet parking lot.
In a puddle. People are all around screaming and breaking up. The father gets in a fist fight with his son, not the quarterback's son. He was still probably in the locker room after the game, but his other son. Yeah, Avery Johnson's brother.
Avery Johnson's brother and Avery Johnson's dad are locked up WWE style, and it's a fight.
Yeah, one guy gets slammed into legitimately a puddle.
And and the dad was kind of the ball-headed one, right? And he's on top as they're trying to, and you're hearing like I was told it was like sisters, and daughters. Dad, stop! And brother, it's such an ugly. Fathers are not supposed to fight their sons, their grown sons.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Bad luck.
Not good. I said this earlier. I would love to know how Avery Johnson found out about this. Like, did he go on his phone and like it popped up, or did one of his teammates walk up like, "Hey, your dad and brother fight in the parking lot," or like, I just want to know what the exchange was that Avery Johnson found out his dad fought his brother
and
in the parking lot.
The video that I saw, they're already on the ground. I mean, they're throwing punches, and Dad is kind of. It almost looks like Dad had his forearm. He's kind of laying on top of son, like he was almost trying to choke him out. And I mean, they're being pulled apart by 3 or 4 men, thank God, and they don't want to be pulled apart.
No.
It's not one of these, oh, God, what did I do?
No, they're just going at it.
No, they had to really be separated.
So my thing is, like, in theory, wouldn't they be, like, sitting next to each other on the flight back?
You would think.
Right? They went over there together, their family.
You would think.
So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff with that.
Oh, man, what a bad look. Obviously, I guess it was a family release, the dad and the brother, a press release, probably through Kansas State.
I'm sure.
Apologizing to Kansas State and to our host. And it was a bad, I mean, I contemplated, well, do we want to show it? No, I don't think I want to show it. I don't want Dad watching Dad, and I don't know who's to blame. If it's
we don't know what they said.
But man, I didn't want to see it. It was crazy.
What a bad trip for Kansas State overall. You lose your number one running back, who's also your punt returner.
First play, basically.
On the first play after he fumbles the punt, basically on the goal line and gives Iowa State points. But he never comes back into the football game. You don't know what his status is.
Yeah.
Then you lose, and your quarterback doesn't play great, and it's a sloppy game. And then it gets over. You're like, it can't get any worse. Our quarterback's dad is fighting his brother, and now we got to bring this into our stuff and release a statement about it.
No doubt.
And on top of all of it, I got to fly back from Dublin to Manhattan, Kansas. Like, this is an all-time terrible trip.
I mean, I think all that's right.
It's pretty bad.
And, Iowa State was 22nd. K-State was like 17.
Yeah.
And both of those teams are considered real contenders in the not so difficult looking Big 12.
Yeah.
And remember, somebody's going to the playoff out of there.
Right now, it looks like Iowa State.
Yeah, I mean, meaning that was a big game.
Yes, it was.
That spot was Arizona State last year. Mm-hmm. So somebody's going, and there's not a clean-cut favorite in that conference.
No, and I wonder, I don't disagree with what you said earlier about playing more games that matter on that weekend with nothing going on, but I do wonder if you see these two schools kind of complain and be like, one of us might have just lost a playoff spot because we had to play in a soaking wet stadium, and our punt returner drops a ball because you set off 1,000 fireworks and it's smoky.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder if that's a complaint that comes up because, I mean, really, that might have cost Kansas State a playoff spot in week 00. Seems kind of unfair.
Another thing that strikes me about that's obviously an Ireland game. Then obviously the NFL loves their London games. What's the deal? Does the United States, do we have some special patent on grass paint that we don't let anybody else? Every one of those games over there, I don't care if it's London or Ireland, they can't get the field painted right.
That's a good point. And you know what's goofy is, like, I watch a lot of soccer. They never have a problem with it rains there.
I know, and then
I can always see the lines in soccer.
I mean, I'll be at Cole Haynes, which is one of the soccer hangouts.
Sure.
In town or at the beach, and man, some of those pitches are unbelievable.
Yeah.
The grass is beautiful, the lines, but every game over there in London or Ireland, they can't get. I mean, you could barely see the lines, and I don't think it was just a terrific. It's that way all the time.
Yeah.
Every game I watch over there.
Yeah,
same with the London game. The Jaguars play over there, and it's almost like remember way back before TV got really good, it could be hard to watch the British Open golf tournament because you'd be looking at your TV and go, where's it? Everything's kind of brown.
Sure.
You know, where there's not a designated fairway leading me to the where? What?
Yeah. It's a good point because after the first quarter, you could not see where they were on the field, and honestly, even the announcers got mixed up a couple of times.
They did. They really did.
Yeah,
now, when the fight, I hate to go back to the dad on son fight from the Kansas State people, but when that was happening and that big crowd, it was out in the parking lot, big crowd, game had just ended, big crowd out there. Were the locals, the Ireland people, were they just going, filthy Americans?
It's a good question, yeah.
Then again, they've got soccer hooligans, so.
Yeah, they do, but I would love, that's a good point. I bet they're probably like, this is
But I mean, that's kin on kin, man.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're probably like, if you're willing to fight your own son, like, imagine what he'd do to us.
I mean, it wasn't, it wasn't the Hatfields and McCoys. That's McCoy on McCoy, Hatfield on Hatfield. And wouldn't you just love to have been over there and just said, USA, it just means more.
There you go. Let them know.
It just means more. We're really a bad. Let's get off this, but I'm keeping us on it. But just a bad look, man. Dads and sons.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah. Not
Iowa State though. Great trip for them.
Yeah,
they won. Their parents didn't fight.
Yeah. How about that?
All around good for them.
Yeah, and Florida State thought they had a bad trip over there last year.
Oh, this tops it.
K-State said, hold my beer.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the Florida State one was bad because they were like 9 in the country, but, I mean, come on, this is significantly worse.
It was a mess. All right, we got plenty more college football to get to around 5 o'clock. By the way, as we go to break, I don't know if I was just clicking on the right internet stuff all weekend, but I've seen quite a bit of several different Lee Corso tributes that you're going to see Saturday.
Yeah, I saw that.
Grab your tissue. I'm just going to say, grab your tissue before you sit down because I've seen a couple different ones, and, man, they were both good. I mean, if you don't like Lee Corso, you know what? Don't say, well, he picked against my favorite team 4 years ago, and he was wrong. That's not what it's about. Mm-mm. He's just a great ambassador. Have you seen a couple of these?
Yeah, I saw the one with where they had him like talking after, not Corso, but they had like Herb Street, and the others talking.
Oh my God! Yeah. I mean, I'm biting lip. I'm bring your tissues.
It's gonna be a tough watch.
It is going to be a good, tough watch, and wouldn't you imagine? Probably starting Thursday, it's going to be everywhere. I mean, the Corso tributes, and obviously he's going through Saturday, and obviously his last work moment will be putting on
the Bama,
and probably Ohio State. I'm sure he's probably going to pick Ohio State. He could pick Texas, but he's probably right. And it started. That was the first time he picked a team in like '93. It was an Ohio State game, but You know who else has got a little pressure? The director, producer. How do you just at the end? Do you just he puts it on? He does his little queen wave. I mean, do you do anything else? Do you just let that speak?
I think you let that do it.
You probably let it percolate, don't you?
See, my thing is, which game do you pick last?
Yeah, good call.
Because isn't that Ohio State? It's not on your network, 1, but 2, it's at noon.
Yeah.
That's why I said Bama, because that's the game they're at. But they usually do like the Saturday night game.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know which game they'll do last.
Yeah.
Well, it probably will be Ohio State, even though it's a noon game.
And I tell you, man, that we've seen these before, but they've pieced together a bunch of his best shots. Mm-hmm. He's firing a Boomer Sooner musket.
Yeah.
Oh, really good. Did you see? I know we're past the break, but did you see and hear when they were talking about the first time he ever had the idea? He said, and I don't want to ruin, but I am. So they get talking about the very first time. I think in '93 was the first time he said, "Well, I want to do the picks. Well, since we're going on location, we need something big. We need something fun." So he had the idea, and they were doing an Ohio State game. That's the first one that he ever did a pick.
Gotcha.
And Herb Street had only been on a couple of years, but Herb Street was, and I think still is, married to he played football at Ohio State, and his wife is a cheerleader, was a cheerleader for the Buckeyes. So word was, and how about this hindsight? Word was, Corso said, that'd be fun Saturday when it's the picks for the big game, the one we're at.
Right.
Hey, Herbie. So he asked Herbie, could you ask your girlfriend at the time to ask the cheerleading coach, could I grab the Brutus Buckeye head? And the answer came back no.
Really?
The answer came back no. Oh, it's sacred. No, we can't do that. Yeah, that'd be making. So that was like Thursday as they get into town, they said, production meeting. I think they might have did a hit on Thursday night on a Thursday game before Saturday. So supposedly, I think Corso goes back one more time, bumps into the AD, and kind of goes up a little bit, chain of command.
Sure.
And somebody, yeah, you know what? We could do that. How about that? The headgear almost never made it.
That's wild.
How about that? And it's become a massive part.
I mean, yeah, bigger. I mean, would the Corso gimmick be getting all the love right now if the headgear never happened?
Yeah, you would think. Gosh, I bet you that headgear added 15 years to his shtick, probably.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
Definitely.
Oh man, oh boy. All right, let's take a break. One down, a long way to go. We'll try to keep tracking not just the Jaguars waiver wire, cut wire, but the NFL. See if anything else happens. We've got some college football to get to at Brent Beard. Baseball, and more baseball. Oh, these weekends. Every game. But, man, these weekends, what a weekend. Yankees barely salvaged something. A lot of bad teams are beating contending teams, and that's a double loss. We got sports history. We got some more out of bounds. A lot to get to on a Monday edition of the Young and Norvelle Show. Back after this quick timeout.
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League known as Jax PAL. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
This has been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with Jax Pal.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
There's a saying in sports, you can't win them all, but you can win a lot with good folks on your team. Like that one painter, First Coast. It's tough to beat the sun in Florida, so your home fades. It's tough to beat that HOA when they come calling. Beat the sun, beat the HOA with that one painter, First Coast. And it's a good time to do it. Less rain to work around and painting in mild temperatures is perfect. After all, the paint bonds to the surface so much better. Give that one painter First Coast a call at 904-417-3557 or look them up at first-coast.thatonepainter.com. Fast estimate, guidance on color and HOA requirements, and the highest quality job you'll find anywhere. Be a big winner in your neighborhood with that one painter First Coast on your team.
When you think sports, you think Action Sports Jax, the official station of the Jaguars, on location for every game. But the most experienced team in town doesn't stop there. From high school football to the big events in the area, Action Sports Jax is always on. Now, we take that to a new level. Action Sports Jax 24/7 is around-the-clock coverage of the teams you love and the moments you can't miss. The best local sports in Jacksonville on Action Sports Jax 24/7.
All right, we've got a lot of college football to get to. Started teasing it a little bit. Brent Beard should join us at the tip-top of the hour to get into it as Thursday. A couple watchable games Thursday. 1.5 or so on Friday, and then Saturday is big time. Sunday, 2 pretty good games. And then I'm just not as jacked for the Monday game. Bill Belichick, I'll watch it. Only game in town on Monday. Belichick and North Carolina taking on TCU. What's the deal with TCU? They get to be everybody's kind of whipping boy. They were Deion's whipping boy a couple years ago, right?
That's right. Yeah, they did demolish them.
Yeah, they were everybody's whipping boy. Now, they may beat UNC. I don't think UNC's real good.
Is TCU any good?
I don't know. Boy, they were good a couple years ago.
Well, I was just going to say, since they were Georgia's whipping boy in the national championship, they've pretty much let everybody else beat the brakes off them.
Yeah, they really have. But TCU, by the way, did you hear on the broadcast Saturday, TCU North Carolina is next year's Ireland game.
Is it really?
Yeah, can't wait for that. You know?
Why?
Now, how did Belichick sign off on that? Wouldn't he say, you know what, hey, when he's being negotiated with Carolina, okay, but can you get out of this damn thing?
Yeah, that's terrible.
Isn't that terrible? That's next year's Ireland game, TCU, North Carolina, rematch of Labor Day night.
Well, that's terrible.
I agree.
It's not even conference.
I agree. Horrible.
All right.
Horrible.
I'll watch. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I'll probably watch it.
Same here. I'll watch some of it.
But it means nothing to me.
This Monday night game coming up, they got to keep me there, though. I mean, I will have a lot of football under my belt, and it's Monday night.
Yeah.
That game doesn't do anything for me. The whole, I guess probably because can't you in your mind, can't you picture the broadcast now?
Yeah, it's
there's a pass, second 4, let's cut up to the box. Hey, there's a run, 1st and 10, Carolina. Let's look and see if we can find the girl.
Yeah, that's the vibes I get from it as well.
Hey, here's some footage from Thursday's practice. Here's the girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't either. Again, I'll watch, but
yeah, we will. Creatures of habit. All right, let's have a little fun here. Out of bounds, even though Mike's not with us today. Mike's got some family stuff going on. Mike Freed, our buddy, our resident comedian. Just some lighter stuff, fun stuff, in case we don't have time when we get in hour number 2. Did you hear about the Jordan Kobe card?
Mm-mm.
How about this? Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, they supposedly, and this card just went up for sale and sold for $12.9 million. It topped Honus Wagner. Here's the card. You can find it online. It's Kobe signature on one side of the card, obviously laminated and all. Jordan's signature on the other. It has jersey tags on their card. They're authentic jerseys. And I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. And supposedly, Casey, that's the highest priced card ever sold. It topped Honus Wagner. We always, and by the way, I hope we get to keep saying Honus Wagner. It's just fun to say.
Yeah.
Honus Wagner.
That was a long time ago.
That was like $6.1 million. Kobe and Jordan's card. And I don't think the guy announced who he is. You know, he put it up for auction on one of the big auction houses.
Yep.
It sold for $12.9. Supposedly, according to the article, the only other piece, not card, but piece of sports memorabilia that has ever sold for more was supposedly the Babe Ruth game-worn jersey from, I wrote it down, 1932 World Series. Supposedly, he called his shot.
Yeah.
The home run for the little creep in the hospital. The little kid, right?
Right. Yep.
That'll always be frozen in my memory as Kramer cutting a deal with Paul O'Neill.
Oh, that's right.
But they
Here's your
said
card, by
the
the way.
Ruth jersey, that Ruth jersey went for $24 million.
Wow.
There it is. Yeah. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Pretty frigging cool. Is it $12.9 million cool?
It's pretty cool.
Woo!
Double logo, man.
That is cool.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
And then they need Jerry West to sign it somewhere.
I think
No, they're okay.
well, I don't think that's possible anymore.
You know this world, and I'm being serious.
Yeah.
Kobe's death sent the value up.
Yes.
Probably, right?
No, not probably. Unbelievably so.
Right.
The other part of this is Jordan doesn't sign. He has a deal with Upper Deck, which is what this card is.
Okay.
But he hasn't signed for Upper Deck in years and years and years. He doesn't sign at all.
Okay.
So the idea of Jordan autos are so rare as it is, then you add in the Kobe factor of his death.
No more signing. Yeah, definitely.
Yep. That's cool. I didn't know that card existed, to be honest.
How about that? That is pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
When I saw it this morning, that jersey tag, really, I mean, that's pretty, other than watching them sign back then, right, with video. Yeah. I mean, that's about as authentic as you can get almost, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Woo!
That's great.
And then what do you do with the damn thing? If you got 12.9, what do you do with it?
I've always wondered that. People that buy, like, cards, I mean, I sell them, but
you have to have massive, even if it's at your house.
Yeah, I mean, they're small, so it's not like you put it on a wall and display it. Like, you'd have to get real close to it.
Yeah, and then again, the first thought is you got to protect it. Somebody's going to steal it, but if somebody steals it, what do they do with it?
Can't sell it.
Can't really sell it. It's so public.
Oh yeah, I mean you would.
That's
know.
kind of the insurance, isn't it?
Yeah, it's impossible to sell.
We talked on this show about things like that. Like one time the Mona Lisa was stolen.
Yeah.
And you ask about the one thing you could do with something, or one of the things I thought of, you could do with something just treasured like that is use it for ransom.
Yeah.
You could use it for ransom. I mean, you could,
sure,
tell the Louvre or France or wherever Mona Lisa's at, hey, I need $20 million in the bag on the end of the dock,
That's a good point.
Or I'm going to send you a picture of the Mona Lisa in ashes.
Wild.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not much you can do with it.
Think about it. Somebody stole the original Declaration of Independence.
Nicolas Cage, yeah.
Yeah, it would have to be a ransom type thing, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
a ransom. You can't really steal it, and then Friday night at the bar, chit chatting. Hey, anybody interested in buying the Declaration of Independence?
Yeah, it's probably not going to go well.
I stole it. Taking bids.
Yeah.
Taking bids. All right, I guarantee you we would get into this story if Mike was here, our fun out of bounds. So you got this guy. I don't remember what country it's in. It's one of those countries where all the big mountains are at, like Nepal or somewhere.
Okay.
This guy, he's a mountain climber, and he's already run into a little bit of a, really, dude? You got any proof? This guy claims that he has climbed all 14 peaks in this famous mountain range that are 8,000 meters or higher.
Okay.
So he comes over the week bragging, and people are saying, okay, well, he's a legitimate climber, but people are saying, okay, do you have any proof? No. He said he did it with no canned oxygen either. But he's got nothing to prove. It's almost like the Guinness Book of World Record. You got to have somebody there.
Take a picture.
He just comes down like he's like the guy from Price is Right, you know, oh, mountain climber guy.
Yeah.
Just comes down, says, hey, record book, put me in.
Yeah, I don't believe him.
All 14, got any proof? Not really.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't believe him.
And then he's got a few pictures, but kind of like selfies. But then people that are into climbing and into verification, they're like, this really looks photoshopped.
Well, there you go. That's a problem.
You know, I mean,
I don't believe him.
I think this will be in this date in history, but I want to bring it up just in case we don't get to it. Yeah, this is a this date in history. We may not get to it today, so I wanted to give you this one.
Okay.
And this is from the mind of Terry Norvelle. Okay, stay with me. It's very basic.
Okay.
This date sports history in 1978, Major League umpires, MLB umpires, staged a one-day strike.
What's the point?
But shouldn't it be called a one-day walk?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
An intentional walk?
Potentially, yeah. No,
Not a
better.
strike.
Yes, that's actually better.
Yeah, I think they blew that.
They did blow that.
I think they blew that.
Shocker,
All right.
the umpires blew the call.
Yeah, they did. Didn't see that coming.
Did not see that coming.
I never, ever thought the great country of Uzbekistan.
Yep. Uzbekistan.
Did I get it?
Yeah. As far as I know.
Do you know this story?
I do not. I've just heard
You
of
know Uzbekistan?
Yeah.
I've never heard of it in my life.
Well, like I kind of had a feeling where you were going when you started with because where else were you going to go? Yeah, Uzbekistan.
The hell do you know where?
I don't know where it is.
Or how do you just know that I was going to?
Well, when you
What
started,
are you, Borat?
No, but when you started to when you started to chop it up,
yes,
and you mentioned country, I was like, it's got to be.
And I didn't
Uzbekistan.
even. That's the name of the country. I didn't even mess with the name of the city. That this lady, who, by the way, the lady from that country will be known as Oksana because I can pronounce that one. Last name ain't happening.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, Oksana from Uzbekistan.
Yep.
Is attempting to qualify for her country's gymnastics Olympic team.
Makes sense.
For the 9th time.
That doesn't make a lot of
She's
sense.
50.
Wow.
50.
That's amazing. That's got to be a record.
Yes.
It's probably a record 2 times ago.
Yes. The first thing that came to mind, I'm going, wait a minute. And you know what these gymnasts do? They do the floor exercise. They're jumping. They do the vault. They're landing hard. Isn't she going to
break something? Might
she snap her little spindly 50-year-old legs?
Possible.
I don't want to watch. I don't want to see that.
Yeah, I mean, that would be unsettling.
50. Casey.
That's really old.
How about this?
I would Google it, but I don't think I'm going to find it.
I don't think they had Google back then when she started.
Well, because part of me now wants to know, has she ever won?
You know, I didn't.
If you go, what do they call her? What's her name?
Oksana is her first name.
Oh, that's right.
I couldn't mess with that last name or the city name. Didn't Borat come from Kazakhstan or something?
I don't remember, but yes.
You remember Borat's?
Yeah.
You remember the first theory of the movie? I'm gonna go marry Pamela Anderson.
Oh, that's right.
He tracked her down all over the country.
Yep.
He tracked her down. Oksana.
Believe it or not, this came up. I typed in some horribly spelled wrong words, and she came up, her Wikipedia.
Oh, yeah.
So she already does have the record for 8 Olympics, whatever.
Of course.
All right, I don't know if this is funny or not, but
I'm going to laugh anyway.
Hold on, this is super goofy. So she has won 2 medals in 8 times.
Okay.
But here's the thing. She won in 2008 for Germany.
Hell.
And she won in 1992 representing what is now the unified team, but was the Soviet Union.
Yeah, I was going to say, when you said Germany, that year, maybe Uzbekistan didn't field a team.
Yeah, so she's represented Uzbekistan, Germany, and the Soviet Union.
Nice. Well, you figure if she's done 8, she's going to go 9. I think it said in the article I read, starting at like 6, she was setting records.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, 8 Olympic Games she's participated, trying to get to her 9th. They're 4 years apart.
Mm-hmm.
That's 32, right? 8 times 4, 32. And if she, a little gymnast can be 16, 17, 18.
Yeah.
So 18 and 32 is 50.
Yeah.
Yeah, the numbers work.
Yeah. Yep. She's believe it or not, she is the second gymnast. Wait a minute. Second to compete in 8. And she is the second to compete for 3 different countries.
Wow.
Doesn't that feel like nobody else would have done that?
Yeah, that's got to be the 3 countries has got to be. That's probably a tiny country that might not have even had an Olympic squad that year.
Yeah, it's Uzbekistan.
Yeah.
So Uzbekistan, Germany, and
I got to get a shirt that says
Soviet
that, don't I? Is Uzbekistan.
Yeah, I'm sure they have them.
Yeah. Before we top of the hour break, I don't know why I'm bringing this up. I watched.
Oh boy.
I watched the Jaguars first half anyway. Okay. By the way, was I the only guy? I think I saw this in the Jaguar broadcast.
Oh boy.
So it was local broadcast, right? Brian Sexton and
Bucky Brooks and
Brooks.
And
yeah,
Brad
they're doing the broadcast. And help me out. I think I saw this.
Oh no.
So they run James Gladstone up in the booth, which
yes,
is nothing odd. He's a general manager. But
Yep.
So he's up there for, I don't know if you saw that part, he's up there for a good 5 minutes or more, several plays. Mm-hmm. And at one point, he's talking about the plays and, hey, that's nice. And, hey, one of the Jaguar offensive linemen jumps off and he's commenting about it. And you're like, of all the times this third string offensive lineman is in the game and he jumps, and Gladstone said something about it.
I don't expect anything less.
Yeah, you don't want to do that, especially with the general manager.
Yeah, on the broadcast.
On the call.
Your boss criticizing your work while on the broadcast. Not great.
Yes. Not good. All right, let's keep it here. I'm worried we're going to run out of baseball talk. Brent will come on in a few minutes, so we got about 3 minutes before the top of the hour. Okay. Cal Raleigh. Good God.
He had some more home runs, I heard.
Cal Raleigh, I mean, he's chasing great catcher hitting seasons of all time.
I don't think he's chasing. I think he's going to get it done.
Piazza put up some crazy home run RBI numbers. I mean, there's 5 weeks left in the season, my man.
And he's got 49.
He's chasing Ken Griffey Jr. also for the organization. 56 is the number.
Wow.
How about that?
I mean, he'll probably get there. 49 right now.
How about the Red Sox roughing up the Yankees? Thank God the Yankees stole one on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! Paul Skeens doing Paul Skeens things.
Saw that.
Now, almost unfair. Skeens gets the win over the Rockies. That's kind of unfair. Just a standard 7 innings for Skeens. 3 hits, 7 strikeouts, no walks, 2.07 ERA now. Skeens is 8-9 for the Pirates. Isn't that equivalent to having like 15 wins if you're 8-9 on that team?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Paul Skeens.
Did you see the they brought up in the broadcast of that game that was his 50th start?
No.
Yeah, it was his 50th start, and he has the second lowest ERA in the live ball era through 50 starts of 2.02.
Did they mention who?
Yeah, it was Vita Blue.
I loved Vita Blue.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Paul Skeens doing Paul Skeens.
Down to 2.02. First career.
We are looking at about a 30-game sprint now.
Yeah.
A 30-game sprint. The problem is, well, not problem, American League division races. 5 games, 10.5, 2. So there's only one real race, I think. It's hard to make up 5 games in 30 games. Now, you can, but Seattle is still trying to catch Houston. That's the AL West. National League, you've got a 7-game difference, a 5-game difference, and then a tie. So obviously the NL West will be a blast with the Padres and the Dodgers. Your American League wild card right now, Red Sox +1 in the first spot. Yankees half game sitting in the second spot. And Seattle would be 3. Kansas City is 3 out still. That's about the only one.
Yeah.
How about Kansas City? What in the world?
What are they doing?
National League, Cubs 6.5 up on the number 1 wild card. They're pretty much done in their division. Padres may win their division, but they're comfortably +4.5 wild card in the National League. And Mets holding on. They are in the 3rd spot. The Reds, 1.5 games away from that 3rd spot.
I'm worried about the Mets.
Yes.
I don't really care about the Mets.
Nor do I, but man.
But I'm worried about them.
Yeah.
Because they got – I was watching the Phillies yesterday, and I think the Phillies go there tonight.
At the Mets tonight.
Yeah.
That series starts tonight. Phillies at the Mets, and the Mets need it. They need it. And, we talk all the time. In baseball, like I said, 5 games in 30. Okay, that doesn't sound terrible, but it's hard to win 2 out of 3.
Yes.
So you gain a game.
Just 1.
It's hard. Sweeping's really hard. So your series of note coming up, Phillies at the Mets, San Diego at Seattle, and they both need it. And then Cincinnati is at the Dodgers.
Oh, wow.
Cincinnati just...
And they need it. And the Dodgers need it. Everybody needs it.
Yeah. And we'll leave it with this and take our top of the hour break. I've been harping on this the last couple of weeks because it's so big. You can't be a team that's trying to either hold on to a division lead, catch a division leader, or grab a wild card spot. You can't be a good team like that losing to some of the perennial bad teams. Boston, they lose to Baltimore. Washington, Boston is at Baltimore. Washington is at the Yankees. And Kansas City has the White Sox. You got to go win those games.
Got to take care of business.
You don't win those games,
Yeah, oh yeah.
not good as you're trying to chase it down. We're trying to chase Brent Beard down. Hopefully he'll join us on the other side. He'll have a lot to say about really the impending start of college football. It's right around the corner now. This Saturday is going to be a wonderful day. A lot of games. We'll see what's breaking here late on a Monday afternoon in and around the world of college football with Brent Beard when we come back after this timeout.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
Baker's Sports. It's a hometown business filled with hometown people trying to make you feel right at home.
Chris Conley, Jacksonville University. Walker Wright, class of 2018, West Nassau High School.
Michael Young, Fletcher High School.
Baker's Sports started in a grassroots way and now outfits much of the Southeast.
Will Olive, Mandarin High School. Go Stangs.
High school sports, travel sports, youth sports of all kinds. They are a one-stop shop carrying Nike, Adidas, Under Armour brands, and more.
Vincent Caldes, Oakleaf High School.
Tony Mazzio, Stanwood High School, class of 2002. Samuel Coffrin, Paxton School for Advanced Studies.
Whether it's sports teams on the field or it's your team in the workplace, like our Action Sports Shacks team, and community events like the Dream 18 Golf Tournament, and many others.
Cole Tilley, Hilliard High School. Reagan Webb, Eagles View Academy.
Look good, feel good, play good with Baker Sports. Custom sports apparel since 1997. Shop with the hometown team at bakersport.com.
The rhythm of my heart is beating like a drum, with we armada rolling off our tongues. Never will we roam, for we know our place is out. Where the ocean meets the skies, we be sailing. Where the ocean meets the skies, we be sailing.
Good look at downtown Jax Vegas. Cloudy as always, coming late in the afternoon. Those clouds rolling in. Temperature is dropping though. You can feel it. You really, really can. It's a slow drop, but yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there with this oppressive heat. Welcome back to the show. We kick off hour number 2. We're going to talk some college football with Brent Beard. I think Patrick Young is bouncing around somewhere. Pat, you there? 1, 2, no. We'll get with Pat. I think he. Hey, there he is. How you doing, bud? What's going on?
Doing well.
Not too bad. Not too bad. We got a lot of football to talk about. Some college. Jaguars' first half was watchable. Got a little squirrely like we knew in the second half. I thought the Jaguars, though, they acquitted themselves pretty good the other night because the Dolphins did play some starters.
Yeah. I think it is the one thing you can really attest to is that the Jacksonville's second string defense did a great job against the first team offense of the Dolphins. That was that's the high point. You definitely want to build off of that, and that pushes the starters a little bit. Yeah, I agree. It's also unique to see different philosophies in the NFL. Obviously, the Dolphins, they put. I bet you if you went into their meeting rooms, particularly their coaches' meeting room, they probably say, "Man, we're going to play some of our starters. We don't want to go that long between final game and kickoff." Right. I think their philosophy is a little different. Now, with that said, I'm not so sure the Dolphin ones, the guys that know they've got a spot, I don't think they exactly, went as hard as they possibly could Saturday night. Looked like they might have had. That's one thing that I've really been kind of like backtracking on because you can't halfway go in football.
Probably not. Yeah.
So I'm a little hesitant to ever say that guys weren't going hard. If you're out there,
you could make that argument. It just didn't look like they had their edge with them. Maybe like I got to play 22 plays and I'm out. So
it's possible. It's possible.
But no, I thought clearly the Jaguars didn't play starters and the Dolphins did, and they acquitted themselves pretty well. I thought. I thought, hey, Pat, I watched that game, obviously, earlier that day, the college game. We'll get into the college game here in a moment. You know what I watched twice, unplanned, and I stayed with it an hour both days? I watched a lot of volleyball, college volleyball.
Okay, nice.
Florida was in some kind of big tournament in Nebraska. Nebraska hosted. Nebraska's a big power. Florida's a big power over the years. They've yet to win one. Stanford was in it, and then Pitt. And as I understood it, the Pitt Panthers are good in volleyball. They got maybe the best player in the country.
That's exactly like how we talked about basketball ends up accidentally. The way the schedule is.
Yeah.
You big games because of football.
Yeah.
You almost can't get as big as that. Like the only team that teams I'd probably replace is Florida.
Yeah.
And you'd replace Florida with Wisconsin or
UCLA or somebody like that. Yeah. Yeah. But Pat,
they're top tier.
I watched the first Saturday somehow I got watching, and Florida was taking on Stanford in the first game. And Florida won the first game, and I went ahead and went to bed. Stanford came back and beat them.
Yep.
And then the next day, Sunday, I was flipping around, and it was a 2-day tournament, I guess. So Florida hooked up with Pittsburgh, and I watched almost the whole match. Florida beat them, so they were 1-1.
Pittsburgh, cool.
Yeah, but that is high level volleyball, man.
Yeah, that's top of the top. You don't get much better than that.
Yeah, high level volleyball, and men's volleyball. The SEC doesn't have men's volleyball. It's Title IX induced. You can only have so many sports. So the SEC, there's a lot of men's college volleyball as well, particularly on the West Coast. The SEC doesn't have men's soccer either. A lot of people don't know that. They're going, "What do you mean? Why?" So, well, Title IX. If you add another sport, you got to add another women's sport.
You sure do. Exactly. Well, the good thing is that in terms of women's sports, flag football is going to definitely be a collegiate sport here pretty soon.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. So that's going to open up some more opportunities. And I think the obvious choice, because they already have, in terms of like at the University of Florida, if you add flag football, you already have a hockey team that actually just won. Just last year won the Rec League National Championship.
Interesting.
So it's tough. I mean, I'm just saying because the system's already there.
Yeah.
It's not like you have to say, all right, we're going to do men's lacrosse. Now we have to figure out the coach. We have to figure out, everything.
Yeah. What is it? It's club hockey. They play club hockey, but they've got a hockey team. University.
I'm not saying that they'll be great from the get-go, but I mean, these guys are, they probably do pretty well.
I've thought of a sport that I could, because this sport is going to give you a double dip, and I don't know if there's, I don't know if any other sport you could do this, but this, I could see 10 years from now, pickleball being a collegiate sport. Think about pickleball. You could add it on both sides, and it could be co-ed, because the structure of pickleball, men and women can play. And it's one of the few sports the male physique just doesn't overpower. And mixed doubles, I mean, that's good stuff.
Pickleball, yeah. I mean, there's already professional athletes at the ages of like 14, 15, 16 in pickleball, which is pretty wild. Have you still not played yet?
I haven't played. I don't think I'm going to play. I just at this point in my life, it's a little risky. I mean, the changing of directions, the sharp cutting and all, to me, man, that's just asking.
Well,
to snap a Achilles or something.
The ability to do you have the ability to like turn your competitive edge down?
No. I want to go hard. No. To be honest with you, no.
Yeah. That's the most, if you know that about yourself, because some people, I'll just go out there and I won't be too competitive, and then they step in between those lines and they're sprinting and they're diving.
Yep.
Yeah, you're going to get hurt.
That'll last about one passing shot where a dude jumps on it and makes me look bad, and I'm going to go I may not be good, but I'm going to go as hard as I can go. Yes, I can go as hard as I can go. We welcome Brent Beard, talk some college football. And guys, Casey and I had a long discussion. It was an awkward discussion, but if you saw it over the weekend, what a terrible look post-game. Kansas, the Kansas father of the quarterback and the Kansas quarterback's brother. Guys, I didn't want to show it here. I didn't want to show it. They got in a fight. I don't mean dad backhanded the son on the back of the head and said, straighten up. I mean, they were on the ground, huge crowd around them, wet puddle, rainy parking lot post-game, fighting. Brent, did you see it? It was an awkward look.
Yeah. Hey, guys. Good to be with you. And by the way, I've got some friends who play pickleball. They play every day, and they love it, by the way.
Love it.
But I'm with you. I need my extremities
Yeah.
probably more at this age. That was an ugly situation, and particularly when you've got people that are, I mean, what must have happened between those two that led to that coming out, and basically everybody in the well, I was going to say everybody in the nation, but since it's where it's been, everybody, half the world knows about it now.
Pat, did you see it? Did you see the incident, Pat?
I didn't watch the whole thing, but I saw enough of it.
Awkward. It's just sad. I mean, I don't ever want to see a dad and a grown son.
Yeah.
Really. And I mean, they were literally, at one point, dad's on top. They're on the ground. Dad's on top. Grown men, 4 or 5 grown men trying to, and they didn't pull them apart. They didn't want to be pulled apart. They're punching, and looked like dad had his forearm on the son's throat at one. I'm like, it was terrible to watch.
What's so crazy about it is like now, when they do finally stop fighting, I'm sure there's a lot of anger.
Yes.
Didn't they ride in together?
Well, that's what Casey.
Didn't they travel together?
Casey pointed that out. I mean, they probably had to go get on a plane and probably had row 7A and row 7B. Bad look. Guys, what'd you think? Pat, I'll let you go first. It wasn't the cleanest first half. I attribute some of that. These guys have no business playing in Ireland. It makes no sense. Yes. The game got pretty good in the second half, though.
Yeah, it did. It did. I would say I kind of expected. I kind of expected that it was going to be sloppy, and it's very wet in Ireland. A lot of moisture.
Sure.
Jitters. I couldn't believe that the kid Dylan Edwards, he muffed the punt or whatever, but I didn't, and I don't want to question if the kid got hurt. He didn't seem like he got injured on the play.
I know. It was very innocuous. It was very innocuous. And Casey and I were talking in the first hour as well. And I'll throw in the London football games that I see, the NFL football games in London. Same with this Ireland stadium now. They've played 4 or 5 games over there. So what's the deal? Why can't they get the right field paint? They never have the field painted right. I get that it's wet a little bit, but those wet fields don't look like that in the United States. That field was terribly lined. It wasn't really even lined. Bad paint or something. I don't know. Am I the only one that noticed that? I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, you're not the one. That's for sure.
But Casey and I were talking. I don't blame that big airline, Aer Lingus or whatever. That's the big airline sponsor, and they're an international airline. And then the other big sponsor every year is the Travel Ireland Group. Obviously, those two entities are paying a lot of money to sponsor because they want the United States to see and use them for travel, right? I get all that, but Brent, Patrick, Terry, couldn't we go find domestic money to sponsor the grand kickoff game? That game has no business being played in Ireland. There's no reason.
First off, yes. Is there a country though overseas in terms of still keeping this a thing that you would say, okay, that's probably a better place for them to choose instead of Ireland? Just curious.
We've got not one but 2 of these things next year. One of them is the Monday night game that's coming up with TCU and North Carolina. Yeah. Now that's going to be played in Ireland. Now, and I'll double check this, but I believe Michigan is playing like Western Michigan.
No reason.
And they're going to be somewhere. It won't be in Ireland. It may be in,
I think, in Germany or somewhere. Maybe.
Yes.
No reason. Absolutely no reason. And Casey and I talked about it. Next year, as you said, Brent, next year's Ireland game to kick off the season is TCU in North Carolina, the game that we get Monday. I mean, ugh.
Well, now here's your reality, and it depends on how fast they start this. But see, week 0 is going to become week 1. Yeah. And we're going to be starting the season week 1.
God bless college football.
Because as you two would have guessed by now, they want this. They want the season to be shorter, and by having it a week earlier and have everybody play week. I know this gets confusing, but have everyone play week 0, which would be week 1.
It's just the fact that you have to talk like that.
No,
it just speaks to college football. It speaks to college football. Always acts like they're splitting the atom.
Yes.
I want to get back to Pat's. And I didn't mean to cut you off, Brent. I see what you mean, but there should never be a week 0. Ever. There's not one reason for that. Pat, getting back to answer your question about is there a better place to play in a broad game, off the top of my head, other than Notre Dame playing over there in the motherland, I can't, and you can't just have Notre Dame go over there every year, but I can't think of a location or a reason to have college football over there.
I know, right?
I don't know.
Well, but guys, and we all three of us know they want money.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons they're going to probably continue to do it.
Absolutely.
Is because they want money from it. And as long as they've got countries who are willing to, and, they're doing that now with the NFL.
Yeah.
But look, look, I'm in agreement with you guys. My concern is can you continue to protect our teams that go over there? And the large parties that they're into, but look, you think about what happened the other night. K-State lost that game, and they, I think, stayed for a day or two to look at the site. Basically,
Are you serious?
I mean, if you're going to go there, you might as well look around and enjoy yourselves.
But man, if you're the losing team, I think you're ready to get your.
That's what I'm talking about. If you're the losing team, you want to do is go home.
Get your butt back home, right? Hey, I watched. I caught myself. I was on the internet a lot and watching sports and flipping around. I warn people. Hour 1. I'm gonna warn you guys and any of our new viewers that didn't hear me in hour number 1. Make sure this Saturday, and maybe even starting Thursday, but definitely this Saturday, make sure you have a couple of boxes of tissue as you're watching college football, because I've seen a couple of the video pieces put together to tribute Lee Corso. Hey, Pat, it's okay for grown men to cry. Boy, buddy, the 2 I saw rip your heart out. They're great produced pieces. I don't know if y'all seen any of the advanced production on these you're going to see this weekend. Ooh, better have some tissue paper.
I like being surprised. I just love that. Gosh, I love every. When do they start game day? 9.
I think it is 9 now, isn't it, Brent?
9 in the morning.
It may even be 10. But Terry's right. They will go all out for Corso.
And I watched one of them. So did Casey. They had a preview, buddy. Get your tissue, and if you're smart, I'm going to do it. I'm going to have a big old onion in my living room cut up, sitting next to me in case somebody comes over. I'm not crying. I got an onion right there.
Yeah.
Be afraid to cry?
I'm not. I'm telling you. The one I saw, and man, all the people, they've got his family. They've got some of his daughters and grandkids make comments. Obviously, the people you would expect. Chris Fowler, Reese Davis, Kurt Herbstreit, they all have their little shots and stories. And, you better be ready, man.
But listen, how many people in their life are able to do something successfully, make a lot of money until they're 90 years old?
That's something.
I mean, that's how old Lee is. But they're doing this well. They don't want, at some point, guys, what you don't want is Lee to be, what's the word? I don't want to use the word feeble, but you guys understand what I'm talking about.
Senile, yeah.
Yes. And something go wrong with that. But, even Lee he pokes fun at himself, said, and this was within the last 5 years, he said, guys, I'm just stealing money is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So, as long as you can make fun of yourself, you've done a pretty good job with it.
And Patrick, Casey and I got talking. I'm assuming, obviously, the very end of the show Saturday will be Corso making his pick.
Yeah.
Most likely putting Ohio State, I guess, on. That was the very first one. If you're the producer / director, do you just lay out, Pat, and go to, nothing? Or you got to do something pretty good if you do anything those last 15 seconds. Or just lay out. Maybe you just lay out and don't say anything. And
I think you lay out because,
and his queen wave,
Yeah, I think you lay out, like, I can imagine what was going to happen is they'll just be gushing over Corso. Like, there doesn't need to be anything said. It's going to be one of those moments where it's natural. The men, they're not going to know how to really, if you want to say control themselves, that's the wrong word.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah. I think it drives me nuts when someone speaks over like gymnastics, for instance, like a floor routine. I don't need you to talk while this girl is doing her 1 minute and a half minute.
Yeah.
Like I can see how incredible it is.
Yeah. Yeah. I would imagine the signs in the crowd will be just next level. I think there'll be some. I would imagine every other sign is going to be a Corso heart something. They should have great. I don't want to give everything away, but Casey and I talked about it in hour number one. I'll go back to it, and you can file this under. Sometime, man, things just happen in life, unplanned. So they're talking about obviously the headgear, which took the show and Corso to the next level. So they get talking about the headgear and how it debuted, like in '93. Corso, they were taking the show on the road, and Corso started thinking to himself and talking to a producer, hey, it's a special on the road edition. We need to do something special during the picks at the end. So Corso supposedly had the idea of headgear. So that'd be kind of cool, whoever I decide. So the piece goes on to say, Herb Street had just kind of started. Remember, Herb Street wasn't an original.
Yeah, right.
So Herb Street was only a couple years into it, just getting to know Corso. And the story goes, Corso goes to Herb Street, who his current wife was also a Ohio State cheerleader. So Corso supposedly goes to Herb Street and says, hey, can you ask your girlfriend, I think her name's Allison, can you ask Allison to ask the cheer coach, could I grab Bucky Brutus, the head, mascot head for the pick segment? So she goes back and asks the cheerleading captain and organizer girl, and she says, no, that would be kind of sacrilege. Man, that's hallowed ground, man. We can't. So it was pretty much not going to happen, but Corso wouldn't let it go. Like the night before Friday, he sees the Ohio State athletic director and runs it by him. He goes, let me see. And the headgear was born. It almost was never born. How about that story?
Kind of hard to believe that's such a weak reason.
Yeah.
No, it's just hollow ground.
Yeah.
We don't want to put our mascots and get eyes on television. And
yes, exactly.
We don't want people to see our brand. What?
I really do wonder too, will they, I'm not going to say that will they continue to do something with him, but I mean, will they, revisit, if he retires, in November or so, do you go to his house and just say, how you doing? And what's going on and so forth?
Yeah.
I wonder how they deal with that.
Maybe pre-record some reactions he has to games.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to leave home, just pre-record, or they can always have him do picks if he wants to do that. Like you don't have to be in person. And I don't know. But then at a certain point, are you like, all right, we need to officially close this chapter and allow
you could make that argument.
Yeah,
you could. Yeah.
Well, now what I hope they don't do is, in trying to think they've got to replace him, that they end up doing something ridiculous.
Yeah.
And hiring somebody else to and trying to come up with some silly idea that I mean they really just need to let that go and let it be retired and I mean they may come up with something else that would be effective. I don't think you find anything equally effective as that.
It's almost like in that little story I said about the headgear. It's almost like something like this that we're talking about, Corso and the persona and what he grew into. If you organize a think tank, you'll never come up with it. It almost has to organically
it really does.
You know, it almost what I would like to see, and I don't know if these guys have a relationship. I would like to see Vital and Vital with a 1 minute, something, because they're the same guy in different sports, and they got to their location because they weren't quite good enough as coaches.
Yeah.
If Corso, I say it all the time, if Corso, when he was at Indiana, if he won 2 more games a year, he'd probably coached into the early 90s and been done.
Maybe.
And a lot of people don't know, Dick Vitale was a really good basketball coach. He coached in the NBA 1 year.
Yep,
he did. Really? He coached the Pistons. He wasn't real good. If Vital won a few more games, he never would have seen TV other than on one knee on the sideline.
Well, my concern with Vital is that if he can do it and his voice is strong enough.
Yeah.
But the reality is, because of all the cancer treatments and so forth.
Yeah.
His voice has been rough. So I mean, look, I hope he can do as long as he can do it, because few people have gotten the reaction that he does and has that kind of an enthusiasm and so forth. But I think they're ending Lee at the right time, and I hope they're doing the same thing.
I disagree with you. I'm going to disagree with you about Lee. I think they got lucky. And there were several, probably the last 5 years, several times, man, I think the TV boys got lucky. It was about to go bad,
Yeah, really.
Train of thought. I saw him stumble one time. I really thought he was going to crash into the set. What do you guys think?
Wasn't it a godsend for College Game Day that Pat McAfee just happened to be that kind of perfect fit to revive, almost kind of matching that energy and excitement in his own way that Lee Corso brings to it, in his prime.
Yeah,
the time has been pretty great.
Yeah, different styles, definitely, but you can make that. How about this? And this just hit me. I'm going to say maybe they're going to use his family, but what an honor! What an honor this Saturday if you are chosen as the guest picker.
Yeah.
What an honor! I could see it. Just hit me though. Couldn't you see them running his entire family up there and they all put on the same headgear or something?
Maybe.
Like that. But I haven't heard who the guest picker is. I wonder who that would be. Yeah. Yeah.
They may not have one because of that.
May not for time and everything too. Because you hope it's not rushed. Sometimes they get rushed because they try to pick 18 games but man, some of the stuff you have to see the highlights to remember all the funny stuff he did with that segment. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's got Boomer Sooner guns firing, and then some of the headgear was just so funny. You got, like Herb Street says, you got a 70s, 80s, and now 90-year-old guy in a suit and tie, and he's putting on this huge Oklahoma State cowboy hat or something.
Yeah.
Remember they brought out a live baby gator one time? You remember that? They brought out a live little gator, but a live gator, and he was holding it. Anyway, let's take Brent, let's take one more break here. You may have some news and notes. We got kind of off there with Lee Corso, but it's going to be a special week. Going to be a special Saturday for him. Bring your tissue paper with you. I'm telling you, you're going to want to, and an onion. Bring some tissues and an onion to be ready. All right, let's come back. Have one segment left. Starting to land a plane here on a Monday edition. The Young Norvelle Show continues after this break.
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League known as Jax PAL. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. Their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
This has been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with Jax PAL.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jax Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jax Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jax Beach.
There's a saying in sports, you can't win them all, but you can win a lot with good folks on your team. Like that one painter, First Coast. It's tough to beat the sun in Florida, so your home fades. It's tough to beat that HOA when they come calling. Beat the sun, beat the HOA with that one painter, First Coast. And it's a good time to do it. Less rain to work around and painting in mild temperatures is perfect. After all, the paint bonds to the surface so much better. Give that one painter First Coast a call at 904-417-3557 or look them up at first-coast.thatonepainter.com. Fast estimate, guidance on color and HOA requirements, and the highest quality job you'll find anywhere. Be a big winner in your neighborhood with that one painter First Coast on your team.
When you think sports, you think Action Sports Jax, the official station of the Jaguars, on location for every game. But the most experienced team in town doesn't stop there. From high school football to the big events in the area, Action Sports Jax is always on. Now, we take that to a new level. Action Sports Jax 24/7 is around-the-clock coverage of the teams you love and the moments you can't miss. The best local sports in Jacksonville on Action Sports Jax 24/7.
All right, let's get right back into it. Brent Beard's got about, Brent, 10 more minutes or so. Let us know when you need to jump out of here. Got some more topics to get to. Patrick Young, of course, with us as well. Have either one of you guys seen any of the photography or video of the new stadium in Tallahassee?
Not really.
Or the renovations, I should say.
No, yeah. I've heard it's state of the art, though.
It looks pretty nice. Now, I want to qualify this, file this under, I think people will complain about anything. A lot of pushback. And what I've been reading is it looks like one side, what they did was, and they've lost 12,000 seats, and that doesn't make people a lot of people happy. But it looks like on one side, guys, probably 15 rows up on the sideline, I think it's the press box sideline, they look like they've put probably from the 20 to the 20 some suites. So some suites. So obviously they're expensive, They're not regular seats. So they've taken out quite a few seats to put in suites. So they've lost 12,000. And on that side, about 20 to 20, they had a close-up this morning I saw. And to the naked eye, a chunk of those seats on the sideline look black. And people are like, what in the world? Well, when you get up close to it on video, they're mesh. They're mesh. But, man, there's way more I don't like it than I like it when you read social. But I think that's the nature of people, though, isn't it? People like to complain.
Yeah.
I think they like to complain. And they're really mad about losing the seats, and they predict less seats means ticket price go up, to cover it. So it'll be interesting. We'll see it all on Saturday, right, as they debut against Alabama.
Yes, they will, as a matter of fact. Now, the capacity is now 67,000, and they were able to get in 80.
Yeah, they were right at 80, yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, so they knocked out about 12,000. So, and Brent, let us know when you have to take off. I know you've only got about.
They're going to charge more. The tickets are going to go up. I mean, we talked about this. Less seats, more higher prices.
Yeah, do the math. Yeah, do the math. Wow. This is a fun time for college football. I think, even as much as Patrick, Terry, Brent, we try to follow this thing all year round. There are just so many teams in Division I football. This weekend, when the full slate hits, as much as we follow it, there'll still be a bunch of, wow, I didn't know he was there. Hey, did you know so-and-so's playing quarterback at such and such? It still gets by you, doesn't it, some of it?
It does. And look, the exciting thing about this week is, Thursday you've got, at least, there are a dozen games. Boise, USF, Eastern Carolina at NC State, Nebraska at Cincinnati is obviously the big one. Then
that's a sneaky good little game. That Nebraska and Matt Rule? They need that game.
Yep. Oh, they do. They really do. And then Friday night you've got Illinois, Western Illinois. Then obviously you got Auburn at Baylor at 8, which is a humongous game. Humongous game for Auburn.
And don't forget,
it's a humongous game for Dave Aranda as well. He has not been good there at all.
And don't forget, Friday, Auburn at Baylor, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, Georgia Tech at Colorado. I can't wait to see that game. Georgia Tech.
Oh yeah. And people forget this, but Georgia Tech, Colorado, what was it, Terry? 90 had split the national championship.
Split national title. Yeah. They split a national title. But, yeah, there'll be a lot of, particularly if you watch, like, SEC Now, the wrap-up shows, when you're seeing all the highlights, maybe even Sunday when you're watching it, there'll be a bunch of situations where you go, damn, I didn't know that little running back from California is now starting for Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Be a lot of that. Be a lot of that. We're trying to keep an eye on this. It's not college football, but not a whole lot so far. Tomorrow will be a very busy day with the NFL cutdowns by 4 o'clock tomorrow. So wanted to track that. Brent, I know your notes came out today. Anything pressing we need to hit before we get you out of here?
Well, I do like this Notre Dame at Miami game. Listen. That's a big game for Miami. They really need to win that game.
Oh man,
I don't know if they can. Carson Beck obviously is going to be the quarterback for Miami, but Notre Dame, man, they may just be able to pound Miami. Is my concern with that. And look, I hope North Carolina TCU keeps people up. I'm guessing Terry Norvelle and Patrick Young may be asleep.
The game I'm going to try to watch it, but it doesn't compel me that
you
much.
You don't know me.
I'm going to try, but I wish it was more compelling to me. I just don't feel like watching the second coming of Taylor Swift all night.
Well, that's
little Swifty,
Yeah. Okay. Well, but I tell you what, there are big games this weekend. I mean, the Alabama FSU game. How is Tommy Castellanos going to do in that game? I mean, they've got Earl Little in the secondary that came from Alabama at FSU, and Rodale Williams, who also came from Alabama. Now we mentioned Auburn Baylor. That is a big game for both those teams. I mean, look, is Hugh Freeze really going to have a different play caller on first, second, third down?
Yeah.
Do we believe that? I'm not sure that I do, frankly. And now I get it. Florida hosts Long Island, and number one, that game is sellout. Number two, Billy D's coming in to be honored.
Yeah, that's exciting. By the way, I've screwed this up all summer. I knew there was a movement. Florida's not playing Long Island because UCF had to get off. There was a conflict with the Florida-Texas A&M spot on the schedule that was where FAMU was at, and FAMU had to get out because they couldn't move. So it was a FAMU switcheroo for the Gators. I've screwed that up all.
Still not their fault, still.
Yeah.
We'd be saying the same thing about FAMU being on the
But
schedule.
you'd rather play FAMU than Long Island. I didn't even know what a Long Island was.
Yeah. That's true. I agree.
Other than a drink with a lot of alcohol in it, I didn't know what it was. You know who else I think? And Brent, if you need to go, I totally understand.
Unfortunately, I need to, guys.
Okay.
We will wrap it back up on Wednesday. But man alive, it is hard to believe it's game week, isn't it?
Really nice. It is official, real game week. Thank you, Brent.
My pleasure.
We appreciate you. Pat, I wanted to throw this out, too, if you could stay on for a second. We talked about individuals, schools, programs that it's a big weekend for coming up, their opener. You know who else is it? I think it's a really big weekend? The ACC. The ACC, they don't need to go lay an egg, and they got 3 big games. You got Miami, you've got Clemson. I mean, right there, it's not fair to say FSU needs to go hold the ACC banner because FSU's not at that point. But the ACC doesn't need to get trampled in those 3 games. You know what I mean?
Yes.
The ACC needs to win one of those. Either Clemson or Miami could be a shot in the arm if they could steal one of those games. Those are big games.
The ripples it's going to send out to the SEC for that Clemson LSU game, right? Especially for LSU. I mean, I'm not saying that they're going to fire him for losing the first game.
Yeah.
But that seat just went from, medium heat if you're cooking to not the maximum, but like an 8 or a 9 on the heat. And for Dabo, he's kind of had a little bit of a, equalizing after winning national championships.
Yeah.
And even I remember was it last season or the season before, fans are just complaining, oh, we're not a championship team. And he's like, guys, look at what we have already done. He's like, every Division I school would beg to be in the position we are.
Yeah. That
we're getting the top players and all that. Like you're not going to win it or be a championship team every year. And and you look, hey, they thought DJU was going to be great. They thought he was going to be the guy to fill in after Trevor.
Boy, that really was a club to the head. He turned out to be so. Everybody in the country wanted him. He was a 5-star recruit.
I know, right?
Everybody wanted him. You know what else Dabo did that I bet you in hindsight, 3-4 years ago, he looks back and goes, why did I decide to die on that hill? He was very, very, very outspoken negatively about the portal. He's come around, but remember, he was the guy that was carrying you know what, you still got to build your team from the foundation up with a bunch of 18-year-olds, and they weren't winning as big, and it looked like he was letting it get away from them. He's come around on the portal some. He's come around on that portal. But
I think they, I'm almost finished reading this book, Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People. And one part of the actually, no, this is something different. Somebody gave me an article reading on this about businesses, organizations, the type of people you want to hire and bring in. You want the perfect type of player or person you hire, you want to bring in high competency and high character.
Sure.
Just think, a lot of teams, Georgia, number one example, they're bringing in a lot of high competence athletes, top of the top. In their actions and in the culture of Georgia these past few years, they got a lot of low character eggs in there, sadly. And those are the ones that actually become culture killers. They don't assimilate. They don't sacrifice. They don't look at their flaws. They think they're above everybody else. They don't see themselves. The next level of guy you want, the perfect candidate, again, high competence. They're really good at what they do and their character. They're very coachable. But then you got high character, maybe low competence guys. That's your walk-ons. That's your guys that they might not have. They develop. They work their butts off. They compete. The worst ones, the guys you never want to recruit, are the guys low character and low talent, pretty much. Like they don't. But when you have trainable guys that mix along with those top level, and that's the difficulty here in NIL. The fact that players are muddying the waters talking about money.
Yeah,
I'm questioning your character right away.
Yeah.
The amount of money, that's what dictates you coming to be a Clemson Tiger. Well, buddy, I don't think we're gonna want you here.
Yeah, definitely.
We're about championships and making this the best experience you've ever had and blah blah blah. You know, that is important stuff.
Yeah. A couple more things before we get out of here. Patrick Young, Terry Norvelle, and you. Glad you're with us here until 6 o'clock. We'll do it again tomorrow out in the Mandarin area. Real quick, back to the ACC. Pretty big weekend for them. I think the best thing that they could have happen, obviously, if they could steal all these games, but they're not going to win all three of those big games. If the ACC could, right now, if they could split Clemson, LSU, Miami, Notre Dame, if they could go 1-1.
I put Georgia Tech. Well, nice, but Georgia Tech, that's a big time win. Haynes team, man.
Yeah, but if the ACC could split those two huge games and then have FSU is probably not going to beat Alabama, but have FSU put on a good show, look competent, that would really help. That would really help.
You know it's bad, and look, you and I, we've had to experience the same. So, Seminole fans, like, we're not picking on you at all. This is just the reality where we are. Like, because I haven't followed their team so great. You ask every fan or person you know is a Seminole as if they're the ambassador.
Yes.
And I'm like, hey, you got any faith that you guys are? No, no, we can't. No, absolutely not.
You know what I've heard a lot from FSU fan that I bump into, like you were just saying. I've heard a lot of Seminole fans go, I wish that new quarterback would shut up. I've heard that a lot. Because he's been popping off about Alabama a little bit. I hear that.
What did he say? Oh, something about Saban not being able to come in and rescue them.
Yeah, they don't have Saban anymore, and our defense is better than theirs. I face in practice every day. I've heard a lot of Seminoles say, I wish that guy would just shut the heck up. Pat, I got two this date in sports histories I want to get out before we call it a day. This date, sports history, and Casey, you'll like this, being a baseball guy. This date, sports history, 1936. The Braves have three, get a load of this. They have three batters in this game in 1936 that bat twice in one inning, meaning they had a huge inning, right? Scored a bunch of runs. Three of their batters in this one inning got up to bat twice in the inning, and all three of them had 2 hits.
Oh, wow.
Pretty good inning, huh? 2 hits, 2. You're 2 for 2. 3 guys are 2 for 2 in one inning, for God's sake. And how about this? I don't know.
RBI, you got how many RBIs,
I don't know. A bunch, I bet you. And I'm assuming this next this date in sports history was born from televised sports being televised. This date, 1960, the old AFL, American Football League, which some of the teams got bought into the NFL. 1960, the AFL starts the tradition of putting names on the back of jerseys.
Nice.
That's got to be for TV, I guess, right? TV was just coming into play, late 50s. You can't, football player has a helmet on. They're not as easily recognizable to face, so you got to say, well, who the hell is that? Oh, that's Jones. That's Smith. That's Young. How about that?
How about that?
How about that first time? I've always wondered why football players, because of the helmet, you can't tell, they might need to have their name on the front of the jersey, too. On the front of the jersey.
No, you can't do that. Can't take away from the classic, man.
Do you see what they do? And I think they just started this. It certainly happens in softball, which I like fast pitch softball, as you know. And I watched a lot of volleyball over the weekend. With women's sports, because a lot of women have long hair that are playing and they have it in a ponytail, they put their name on the bottom of the jersey. You ever notice that? Because the hair
on the jersey,
they put their name on the bottom on a lot of women's sports because of the long hair. You might not be able to read it.
Right. You're absolutely right. Good point.
Yeah, the volleyball girls and softball.
I had no issue with seeing Sam Landry's name.
Yeah. She was in that league. She's in that new league. Yeah.
I had no issue with that. She's great.
She's a professional player. Yeah, she's in that league that I watched.
Change nothing.
Yeah. All right, my man. Anything else? That'll do it.
That's it.
Off and running. We'll have a lot tomorrow. A lot of NFL cuts. We'll be talking about a lot of people that got told to turn in the old playbook.
How about all those guys that couldn't protect Shedeur Sanders got cut?
Yeah. Shedeur got cut?
No, not Shedeur. All the offensive linemen that couldn't protect him. They all got cut.
I got you. Shiloh got cut, but that was no surprise, fight or not. All right, that'll wrap it up for Patrick Young and, of course, Brent Beard and Casey producing. I'm Terry Norvelle. Have a great rest of your Monday. We'll do it again tomorrow at 4 o'clock.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks, Jax Beach.
Baker Sports. It's a hometown business filled with hometown people trying to make you feel right at home.
Chris Conley, Jacksonville University.
Walker Wright, class of 2018, West Nassau High School.
Michael Young, Fletcher High School.
Baker Sports started in a grassroots way and now outfits much of the Southeast.
Will Olive, Mandarin High School. Go Stangs.
High school sports, travel sports, youth sports of all kinds. They are a one-stop shop carrying Nike, Adidas, Under Armour brands, and more.
Vincent Caldes, Oakleaf High School.
Tony Mazzio, Sandwood High School, class of 2002. Samuel Coffrin, Paxton School for Advanced Studies.
Whether it's sports teams on the field or it's your team in the workplace, like our Action Sports Jacks team, and community events like the Dream 18 Golf Tournament, and many others.
Cole Tilley, Hilliard High School.
Reagan Webb, Eagles View Academy.
Look good, feel good, play good with Baker Sports. Custom sports apparel since 1997. Shop with the hometown team at bakersport.com.
The rhythm of my heart is beating like a drum, with We Are Martyr rolling off our tongues. Never will we roam, for we know our place is out. Where the ocean meets the skies, we be sailing. Where the ocean